never seen her glowing all that bright.
Welcome back, everyone. We want to talk about St. Patrick's Day and keeping you safe because, of course, a lot of folks are going to be drinking over the weekend, and we do not want you to get a DUI, so please don't drink and drive. Here to talk more about what that involves is April Schaffroth. She's a DUI expert at Arizona DUI Process. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
being here. We appreciate it. So I'm following up on some of the information that was sent to me about statistics. Last year, 223 DUI arrests over St. Patrick's Day. That was Friday and Saturday alone. Why, when you have Uber and Lyft, so prevalent and so inexpensive?
Exactly. St. Patrick's Day is known as the largest binge drinking day of the whole entire calendar year, and you don't have to be Irish to celebrate.
This is true.
It's unfortunate because we all know that there's Uber and Lyft and other ride shares and designated drivers, but people don't take advantage of that. 81 of those 223 people had extreme DUIs, which means that could be up to 4 months in prison. You could lose your license for 3 years, so it's a big deal. So that's where we're here through DUI Process to talk about alternatives, and then if you do get convicted, that's where we come in to kind of walk you through step by step.
Well, it's also an education process to talk to people about what is actually involved. What, first of all, is the legal blood alcohol level?
Good question. So in Arizona, we're a zero tolerance state, which means you could technically have just a sip and it would be in your body, but 0.08 is what they're considered to be intoxicated for a DUI.
Okay.
And then extreme is a 0.15 or above. And then there's a super extreme, which would be 0.2 and above.
So what are the different punishments?
So basically in Arizona, the first DUI offense can range, average cost is $10,000. So for your first DUI offense, you have jail time. You have to go through several different steps, which is what I come in to help walk you through. You have to get an interlock in your system. I use a company called, IntoxLock. You put this in your car. It's the minimum of 6 months up to a year or longer. You may have house arrest, which this is considered an ankle bracelet, so it kind of provides an invisible fence around your home. So a lot of different punishments, the fines, the fees, jail time can be up to $100 a day. People don't realize that. It affects your insurance, and counseling, you'll have to take traffic survival school. So a lot of different avenues, even for your very first offense. So that's where we, through DUIprocess.com, say, okay, with the top of the line vendors and discounts and just really guide you through how to do that, because it's so overwhelming and people don't understand. You could lose, depending on your position, you could lose your job in different fields. Tons of ramifications.
Well, on top of, like you were talking about, the financial costs, there are also those long-term costs which could impact you in the future.
Absolutely. So as a DUI, you're not eligible for even the basics of life insurance for a certain amount of time. People don't understand that. So lose your license in different places for working. So it can affect you financially. It can affect you where you can't drive. If you're a commercial driver's license, it affects you that way as well.
Talk to me about the incarceration versus the bail costs. What is the difference there?
Good question. So it depends on the case. So your first offense, it's a minimum of 24 hours in jail, but it could be, depending on the case, it could be anywhere from a week. You can opt to do home arrest, depending if the judge lets you, and that's where you would do an alcohol or ankle bracelet monitoring. So it's an insane amount. The attorney's fees are $2,500. So fines, fees for that would be up to $10,000, or up to a total of $10,000.
So do not drink and drive.
Do not drink and drive.
Very expensive on so many levels. What did you bring here? These goggles?
These are fun. These are the type of goggles that you put on that talk and measure what your blood alcohol content is. Because a lot of us, when we go out for happy hour, especially on St. Patrick's Day, a lot of us start after work, and we have a short window, and we just pretend that we're Irish and do it as much as we can. And so your body takes an hour to process one drink. So if it's a glass of wine or a beer or a shot of alcohol, 1.5 ounces, it affects your body all the same. And it takes an hour per drink to process out of your system. So if you have 4 or 5 drinks in a 2-hour time frame on St. Patrick's Day, that's going to take a long time. So these glasses we use for a lot to demonstrate how distracted your vision is. So when you have even your first drink, it can dim your vision, it can slow your motor skills. People say, I'm going to have food, alcohol, appetizers, and drink my water.
Does that really matter?
At all, and it depends. So a lot of times people saying, I'm tall, I'm muscular, I've had a huge dinner, that's fine. That doesn't really matter. It affects you all the same. It just is a matter of how long it takes. So there is no magic fix other than time. Caffeine and coffee, water, no. You'll have better luck if you run around the parking lot for an hour and a half compared to eating a appetizer.
Exactly.
So it's crazy.
Such valuable information. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I want to refer people to the website. It's azduiprocess.com if you have more information that you need. And obviously,
it's free.
It's free. We'll put some more information on our website. Thank you. The most important thing is do not drink and drive.
Do not drink and drive. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. All right, when we come back, more Arizona Daily Mix. We'll talk about Pat's roast last night. Boy, was it a good time. Don't go away.